All right, Nala. Come, let's check and make sure everything's working correctly. For yoga. Hi, everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome. Yoga with Nala and Karen. What I'm doing is everybody. This is Nala. Nala and I sometimes do yoga together. I don't know whether she'll stay today. She usually sleeps over in the chair on our lanai. We'll see what she does. Welcome, Robin. Welcome. All right, so we're going to begin. Welcome to yoga with Karen and Nala, who's now oversleeping on her chair. So today I thought we would do a little bit of focus on hips and feet. So we'll see how it goes. I have you on gallery view over here in case I need to see you. One more time. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's begin. So find a nice, comfortable seat. Your legs don't actually have to be crossed. They can be extended out. They can be sole to sole. Whatever's comfortable for you. You can even start sitting in a chair. But we're going to start with some breath awareness. So I want you just to place one hand on the belly, one hand on your chest. And just let your eyes close and just begin to breathe. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to begin to feel where our breath starts. And exhaling. You might feel your breath just in your belly. You might feel your breath just in your upper chest. Place your hands wherever you feel your breath. And I invite you just to breathe through your nose now, inhaling and exhaling. And as you inhale, feel how the breath expands the belly. And it draws up underneath the collarbones. And as you exhale, collarbones recede, ribs recede, belly pulls in. Inhale, belly expands up through the collarbones. Exhale, collarbones recede, ribs knit together, belly recedes. Do this a couple more times for yourself. Just feeling the breath expand. Let that belly expand. And as you gently breathe, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. It can be something very specific or something very general, but a conscious decision. What would you like from your practice? Take another cycle into a breath. And then let your eyes gently flutter open. And we're going to inhale the arms up to the side. Exhale, hands in what we call Namaskar, prayer position. Let's do this again. Inhale up, lengthening the two sides of the body, and exhale. One more time. Inhale up, and exhale. We're going to bring the right arm up, lengthen up through that side. Feel this nice stretch. Move or crawl those fingers out to the left side, press down through the mat and gently stretch side body. You can look down, you can look up, you can look neutral, and then come on back up. Let's inhale that left arm, lengthening it up, curl the fingers out to the side, reach over, elbow over the ear, stretching through the fingertips. And as you press down through your hand, feel how that left hip roots down through the mat, through the earth. Again, you can look down, you can look up and back. We're going to switch our legs now, extend them out, just give them a little bit of movement, and then cross them the other way. And we're going to take a gentle twist now to the right. Inhale, exhale, twist. Place one wrist or hand on the outside of the knee for a contact point, something to press against as you gently twist. And slowly come on back. Let's inhale, exhale, twist the other way. And slowly come back. Let's lift those legs up, give the ankles some movement. Crisscross them back the other way. And we're going to do this a few times. Take your hands, place them behind you, lift them up and back. Let's do it a few more times. Up and back. Once more, lift them up. And if you can, release your hands. Start engaging the core a little bit. We call this boat. And then cross those ankles once more. We're going to interlace the fingers nice and tight. Press out, lift up, and release it. Letting those wrists move a little bit. Interlace the fingers one slot up so you're in a different place. Lengthen up. And release it. And let's take the chin now. Take it over to the right side. And release it back to midline. Take it over to the left. And back to midline. We're going to take the ear to the shoulder. Same side hand is going to lift up and over. Fingers right on top or above the ear. Gently stretch. And if you'd like to progress, exhale the opposite arm out to the side. I like to do it thumb down, palms facing backwards or behind you, and gently allow the arm to float behind and down. And you'll feel just a little extra stretch for yourself. But explore how you can stretch in two directions. And gently release it. And let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Getting our joints lubricated, ear to shoulder, hand comes up and over. Opposite hand, let it float behind and down. And you get a nice two-way stretch on the scalenes, the side neck muscles. Breath or two here. And then release it. And one more time, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to come off the block or the towel or your blanket if you are on something. Extend the legs forward. And if you can, see if you can reach the tops of your toes. If you want a little extra help, grab a strap. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull back on the tops of the toes, lengthen our spine up, and then press down through the tops of the toes. So if you're holding onto your feet, reach those fingertips right over onto the toes, pull back towards your body as you press forward. And release it. Starting to get things activated. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. We're gonna lengthen up. We're gonna crawl our hands alongside our 2 feet, wherever your body lets you go, and just stretch the inside part, the groin area. When we think about the hips, we need to think 3-dimensionally, the front, the side, the back. And press those legs back together. One more time, you can use your strap or your hands. Gently press down through the tops of the feet, pressing down as you pull back. Press, 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 and release. And now slide that right sole of the foot in, Janu Shirshasana. We're going to take a one-legged stretch. So I want you to lengthen over that left leg and just allow your upper body to lengthen forward. You can look down at your knee. You should feel a lot of activation underneath that hamstring. A lot of activation. You might feel a little stretch down through the side by the small of the back. And slowly come up. And let's lengthen the legs again. This time we're just going to rotate the ankles. And let's pull that left sole of the foot in as high as it will go. Lengthen the spine upward. Pull the toes back towards your face and reach for the ball of the foot. Now, if you can, try and relax those elbows as you pull forward. And take several cycles of breath here. Use your breath. Each time you exhale, can you relax those forearms and elbows a little more? And can you pull a little bit more forward? And gently come up. One more time, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to take a twist now to the right once more. A little bit of a variation on the twist. And gently twist over to the other side. And bring yourself back. Let's extend those legs long. Pull that right knee in. Lengthen through the left side or the left standing leg. And now I want you to just lift the spine, lengthen through the crown, lift the heart. Take a breath or two. And we're going to drop that leg over. Drop it open. We're going to turn towards the bent knee, hands on either side, and we're going to take 3 twists here. So we're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist, hand comes to the outside of the knee. Again, different variation on our twist today. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist a little more, and one more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. Now, just lift that right arm straight up over elbow by ear and take a nice side bend. So you're reaching your elbow over your ear, fingers are reaching towards those left toes. You get a nice side bend. And gently come on out of it. You're still in your rotation. And gently, gently unwind. So what we were able to do is combine our twist with a side bend. Sole of the foot comes in. Bring your hands to either side of the knee. 3 twists. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Hand on the outside of the knee. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, twist. And one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Take that Arms straight up, lengthen it, and then over to the side. And here's another good place if you want to look down at your knee or look up. And as you mindfully come out of this, you're looking over that left shoulder. And then gently unwind. Now we're going to pull this knee up. Pull it close into the body. Lengthen that right leg long. And release it. So today we're going to take two legs out into a straddle. I'm going to turn to the side. All right, let's see if this works. All right, so you can see the side over here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're first just going to move from the hips. All right, get a little wiggle going on in those legs. You can use your hands, all right, and give your legs a little bit of a wiggle. All right, and then we're going to just walk our hands out to whatever you feel the edge of resistance. Take a breath or two. And if you happen to have blocks or pillows near you, you can place one hand on top of the other, on top of the blocks, and build yourself up a nice little place to rest. All right? And then gently walk your hands back. We're going to bring those legs together. And we're going to swing them around. Come to all fours. Now you're on your mat lengthwise this way. So take a moment here and just make sure your shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. And we're going to inhale and look up as our tail looks up. And as we exhale, take that high upper body C curve, our cat, Uttanasana. Inhale, we call this cow or Marshallasana. Spiral those elbows forward or the triceps forward. And take a few of these, just finding your breath, getting some movement going with that C curve of the back. I'm going to turn this way. All right, so we're going to come back to our tabletop. Take that right leg, send the foot out to the right side, toes forward. Take the left hand over to the left side and just extend up. So here's where we begin to challenge the body with some balance. We want to lift the fingertips up as we press down. And if you want to progress from here, shift that left hand over, lift the right leg, and you're balancing. And if you'd like a little bit more of a progression, elbow over the ear, and then elbow to knee and extend. Take a few of these. And if you need a little bit more challenge today, we're in modified side plank. So just take both feet out and you're in side plank. You decide. And I'm going to come on back down. And I'm just going to pull the toes up, anchoring through the heel, and just sit back slightly, feeling a lot of stretch underneath that leg. So here's just a few breaths, a few moments for you to explore stretching the back of the leg and the inside of the thigh here. And when you're ready, come on back to tabletop. Find your wrists underneath your shoulders once more. Take the left leg out, toes forward, right hand over to the right side, and lift up. Again, you get a nice opening here. This might be right where you need to be for today. But if you want to challenge your balance, take your hand a little bit over to the right, lift that left leg. You can even bring the arm down, put your hand in your back pocket, that challenges your balance, or take it over your ear and try knee to elbow and extend. And again, if you want to work your core, just take yourself out into side plank. And then place that foot down, pull the toes back, anchor through the heel, and just micro shift side to side, northwest, north-south, east-west, feeling the stretch underneath the leg. Take a few more breaths doing this. And when you feel like you've stretched enough or it's enough for you, gently bring that leg back and we'll meet in child's pose. Big toes together, knees as wide as the mat, and gently shift your body back. Now again, lots of variations here. Hands can be long, forehead on the mat. You can have one hand on top of the other, forehead on your hands. But what's important is that you shift through those hips. Take little micro shifts, begin to really warm them up. And press your hips back towards your heels. We're going to get ready to come up in downward facing dog and then just come up for some standing positions through down dog. So come on to all fours. Curl those toes underneath. And we're going to inhale and exhale ourselves up. You can keep those knees bent. Gently move through the hips. Our first down dog. Take your time. One heel after the other. Inhale, exhale, lengthen the spine. Ears between the elbows, spread those fingers. And then just gently walk your feet forward, walk your hands back. And just forward fold. Again, you can let your knees generously bend. Just hang over, shake out your arms, shake out your head. You might even want to do a little ragdoll here, grab those elbows. Perhaps side to side. And then just gently roll on up. One vertebrae after the other. Navel pulls in. Chin and head are the last things up. Spreading the toes wide. And you come into your mountain, your Tadasana. So with mountain, I want you to take a look down at your feet. They can be a few inches apart, but you want those long leg bones, the femurs, right under, hip distance apart, a few inches. And lift the toes up, all right? So what happens is you feel like your knees begin to lock a little bit. And what we're gonna do is gently, one toe at a time, place them down on the mat. I'm doing them with my fingers so you can see, and then shake it out. We're gonna do it again. Find your mountain, lift the toes, starting from the pinky toes, place each toe gently pressing it down into the mat. This takes practice. All right. And once more, think about that tripod. There's a point, an imaginary point between big toe, second toe, outer pinky toe and second toe in, and right in the sole of the heel. You want to think about pressing down. So we're going to do some arm variations with mountain today. Let's lift up and just lengthen up, 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 and let them float down. This time we're going to lengthen up, bring your hands together in prayer position. I like to cross the thumbs, lengthen up, and we're just going to take our hips over to one side and our arms the other. Inhale, exhale, up. Now, if you need a little break here, bring your arms back down, let them float down, and then come on back up. Lengthen up, elbows by the ears. Press down through that tripod of your foot, lengthen up, and send left hips over to the left, arms over to the right. And gently come on up. And release it back down. We're going to grab elbow, hands to elbows. We're going to take this square now and picture frame our head, taking those elbows back by our ears and over across. Inhale, exhale, up and over the other way. Let's do this a few more times. Find your breath. Inhale, exhale, up and over. And one more time. And around. All right. We're going to do a short vinyasa flow with chair. Now I'm going to turn to the side here. With chair, we're going to lift our arms up, bring them behind, and just sit in your imaginary chair. But each time we come through the flow, we're going to try and bring our fingertips closer to the floor and sit lower. So I will do it this way, actually, for us. Find your mountain Tadasana, root down through those 3 points. Allow that tailbone to drop. Find your strength. Let it root down through the feet and up through the top of the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit in your imaginary chair. Inhale, reverse the arms. Exhale, let them flow. So you're going to find your breath with movement. Inhale, up. Exhale, sit. Reverse. And let it float back down. Twice more. Inhale, up. Exhale, perhaps a little deeper. Reverse, pressing through the floor. And let it float back down. One last time. Inhale, up. Exhale, sit. Reverse. And let it float back up. Now we're going to do one more, but we're going to stay in our chair. So here we are. Here's our strength builder right here. Make sure the weight is in your heels. You can bring your hands to your thighs if you want. Lengthen the spine, but we're going to add a twist here. Hands in prayer. Inhale, exhale, twist to one side. Reaching that elbow to the outside of the knee. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Reset yourself. Inhale, exhale over the other way. And back. Reverse those arms, press through the feet. Come on back down. So let's add another standing posture that we can add some twists to. So we're going to take our legs about 3 feet wide, line them up on the edge of your mat, toes forward. We're going to take that right foot and pivot on the heel. So the toes are now facing the short edge of the mat. And we're going to take the back heel towards the back end, short end of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend that front knee. And we come into a posture we call Warrior Two or Virabhadrasana 2. And we're going to keep this dynamic. We want you to move through, keeping the knee over the ankle, finding a way each time to get just a little bit lower. Can your back heel move out a little bit? And when you think you've reached your edge, look over those fingers. Warrior Two. Strong. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to move right into what we call side angle. So we're bringing that left arm up and over our ear, right hand on our thigh. Inhale and exhale back into warrior two. Press yourself up, turn towards that long edge, and let's move to the other side. So first thing we want to do is make sure that that knee stays over the ankle, and take a look at the knee. Let the knee float out to the pinky toe. Here we go. Finding your strength, looking over your fingers, strong warrior. Virabhadrasana 2. Take that elbow down to the thigh. Opposite arm comes up and over your head for side angle. Inhale, exhale back into warrior two. Press up, turn your toes forward and heel toe yourselves in. And just give it a shake. Find that mountain once more. We're going to do a little balance here. We're going to come up to our toes. So bring your arms out front. Press down like you're pressing on a board and lift to the balls of your feet. Just a little balance. And lower. Let's shake that out. Let's try one foot at a time. Hands come up. So we'll do this foot first. Just ball of the foot. Now press down through the ball of the foot. And release it. We're still in our mountain. Other side. And release. Press down. And let's rise to the balls of the feet. Here's one of our balances for today. And release it. Come down. Excellent. Take those legs wide one more time. So we're going to do a revolved wide-legged forward fold. So what we're going to do from here, line those outer edges of the feet up with the edges of the short side of the mat. All right, toes are forward. Arms are going to come up, hinge forward, nice and slow. Be very mindful that you're pressing down through the entire foot. Bring those hands in the middle. And then walk your hands over to the right side. Now the left hand is going to come to the outside of the right foot. If it doesn't want to reach, just place it in front of the foot. And with the right hand, revolve up. Take a breath or two here. Try and press down through that tripod of the feet. When you're ready, bring your hands back. Come back to center. Reset yourself. Walk your hands over the other way. Take the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Curl your toes around the outer edge and revolve up. And again, if your hand doesn't make it, that's fine. Just press down through the mat. And when you're ready, come on back. Let's heel toe ourselves in. And we're going to come to halfway up. So feet are going to be hip distance apart. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen the spine to create that tabletop. Look ahead of you a few feet. Press your hands into your shins. And release it over into forward fold. One more halfway up. Navel pulls in. And release it. And this time just draw yourself all the way up. One vertebrae after the other. Chin and head are the last things up. All right, let's do one more balance. And today we're going to do warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. So you want to start the back part of your mat And you might want to watch first. Now you can use blocks or just your hands, but we're doing a variation. You're going to step forward, bend the knees, okay? Place your hands in front of that foot, but on either side, and just lift the back leg up. You're going to stretch through that heel, 2 straight legs. And then if you can, release one arm. Let's try. So here we go. You can try it yourself, but what we're doing is we're bending the front foot, placing our hands down, and then pressing up. We're going to start with one arm, but if you can balance with 2, go right ahead. Nope, I only got 1 today. Back foot to meet the front foot, and come on up. Let's do the other side. Find your mountain first. So we're going to take a step. Hands are going to place down. Lift that back leg up. Slowly come up. Excellent. Come on back down to the mat. So I'm going to show you the Virabhadrasana 3 or Warrior 3 on our backs now. So roll on down. We just did it standing up as a balance. Extend both legs long. Take a moment. Fold in that right foot. Grab the top of the toes and just extend up. You can bring this hand out to T. Another way to do it, strap on the sole of the foot. This is Warrior 3. We're just on our backs. So take the sole of the foot of the opposite leg, press it against the imaginary wall like you're going to create a footprint on the wall. And then just release it. Let's do the other side. Bring the foot in. Grab the toes, just lift up. Again, you can always use a strap or a towel. And you're just feeling that stretch between the 2 legs. And gently bring it back in and extend your legs long. All right, so let's bring the soles of the feet, flat foot up close to your sits bones, close to your bottom. And we're going to pull the toes up. So we're pulling the toes up, stretching the Achilles tendon, and then placing the foot down. And if you can, lift the heels up, stretching the top of the foot and top of the ankle. One more time. And just rock between these 2, stretching the ankle joint. All right, let's take that right ankle over the left knee. I'm actually going to turn around and a little close to the iPad, and there's reverb. So here we go. So while we're here, rotate that ankle. And we're going to take your hand to the outside of the foot, opposite hand to the other outside of the knee, and gently bring the leg close to the body as you press this foot down into the mat. Oftentimes, we do this sitting up, we call this rock the baby, but we're just doing it on our backs today. And place it down. You might even want to extend the leg. And let's take the ankle around. And then hand underneath the outside of the knee. Other hand around the foot. And exhale and pull close to your body. Feeling the hip pinch just a little bit, and you might want to take this side to side. And release it. Extend those legs long. And pull them back up. This time, ankle over the knee. Hands are going to slide behind the opposite thigh. Lengthen the neck long on the mat. And this is our reverse pigeon. So just gently pull that thigh close to you. Feeling the hip, the outside of the hip. And then you can place that foot down, slide the knee on top of the knee. And we're going to pull both knees into our chest, trying to grab the ankles. Now, if you can, even up those ankles so they're in the same line. But here you feel the hip stretch a little bit differently. So just explore. See where you feel that hip stretch. And then release it. Place that knee back on top of the other knee, arms out to T. And just gently take your knees to one side. This stretch is actually to start stretching the opposite front hip. So my left knee is on top of the right. I pull both knees down towards the mat to the left, and I feel the right hip stretch. Come on back up, and let's reset, and we'll do the other side. So ankle over the knee, thread your hands behind. Gently pull the thigh close to the chest. And then you can place one knee on top of the other knee, reach for your ankles, and gently pull both ankles towards your chest, feeling the hip stretch a little bit differently. Take a few cycles of breath. And when you're ready, bring that knee back on top and draw the legs over to the right side, stretching out the front of the left hip. And gently come on up. Place the feet towards the outside edge of the mat and gently allow the knees to just fold together in a posture we call constructive rest. Just resetting the lower spine. And then extending the legs long. All right, we're going to get ready for our final posture today, our Shavasana. So what I'd like for you to do is get comfortable laying on the mat. You can place 2 blocks underneath your knees if you'd like. Take a little bit wider-legged Shavasana. You can, if you have a blanket or a towel and want to cover up, because we tend to get cool towards the end of our Shavasana. our final resting posture. Palms up, halfway between your knees and your hips. And I want you to just shut your eyes. And once more, we're going to find our breath and just follow our breath. So lay on down on your backs. If there's too much light in your room, you might want to put a towel over your eyes. But this is the posture that integrates all the work that we've done. And I'm going to have you first focus on your breath, inhaling for X amount of counts, exhaling the same. So if you inhale for 4, exhale for 4. You inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Keep the counts the same. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you can, begin to deepen your breath. Perhaps a longer exhalation. And now begin to count every time you exhale, counting backwards from 10. So inhale, belly rises. Exhale as the belly falls, count 10. Inhale. Exhale 9. All the way down to 0. Now it's protecting us from something. Now. And if you get to 0, start again. Or if you lose your place, start again. Just counting down, inhaling and exhaling. And now shift your attention down to the body parts that are named. So perhaps send all your attention to your right hand, the right fingers, the right wrist, the right palm. Allow your intention to just draw up that forearm to the right elbow, the right shoulder, up through the right part of the neck, up through the top of the head, and back down the left shoulder, the left elbow, left forearm, left wrist, left palm of the hand, left fingers. And bring your attention back down to your foot, the right foot. And now your left foot. And do a scan for yourself, drawing your attention up both sides of the body, thinking about how does my body feel as it relaxes on the mat right now? Can you feel how the mat rises up to support your back body? Scanning up through the backs of the legs, your hips, your waist, up through your back and your shoulders, right up through the top of your head. And I invite you to bring back your intention for your practice today. Was it something very specific or was it very general? Or perhaps you just like to send a dedication of healing out into the universe to someone, something, someplace, or even yourself. And on the next cycle of breath, I'm going to have you begin to slowly draw energy in through the fingers and the toes, letting them move and wiggle and rotate, letting that energy flow up through your body, through your arms and legs, and rolling you over into a sleeping or fetal position, making sure you're comfortable and taking a few more minutes, a few more breaths for yourself. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a seated posture. And we are going to finish with some alternate nostril breathing. And if you're unfamiliar with alternate nostril breathing, we're just going to take our thumb and we're going to place it not on the very end, but right up a little bit along the nostril where you feel the bone. And you're going to inhale through the other nostril and then switch. Close off that second nostril, exhale through the first, and then inhale, switch, exhale. Inhale, switch, exhale. We're going to do this several more times. Paying attention to if one nostril feels more clogged than the other. Inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take perhaps 2 more cycles of breath for yourself. And exhale, 1 more, and exhale. Let's end by bringing our arms up over our head. Exhaling our hands in Namaskar, thumbs over our heart space. And again, we say Namaste at the end of class, which means the divine in me honors and salutes the divine in you. And thank you for allowing me to share your practice with you today. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Let's unmute and just say hi. See, make sure everybody's okay. It might get a little noisy. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Jenny, welcome. Hi.
Hi.
I've got Dennis, which I'm thinking might be Sarah, but I'm not sure, and then a phone number.
Not Dennis. It's
And Linda, hi. Everybody okay?
Yes, thank you. This is Dennis, but really Donna.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Thank you. I enjoyed the class very much. It feels good to get back into the stretching routine that I've gotten away from.
One thing I found is actually it's me up, dressed, showered, dressed, and makeup on.
Yeah.
At least a few times a week.
Thanks, Karen.
All right, I'll be posting this, I'll edit it and post it up on my YouTube channel, Karen Martin Wellness. Please subscribe. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, thank you.
Love you, Rebecca. Bye. Bye, Lauren.
Bye.
Love you. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day.